Hello dear students. Today we will speak about transportation system in the United Kingdom. Before we had spoken about airport, about the hotel, about the custom, and today we will speak about transportation site and in abroad. Now write down the simplest transportation system in the United Kingdom, UK. Before reading the text and speaking about transportation site in abroad, you should answer to these questions after reading the text. You should pay attention to this side of the text, please. Questions. What is the fastest way of the traveling? How many airports are there in London? What kind of service helps to cross the channel? What are some rules of driving in Britain? What does typical bus in London look like? Where were the first underground opened? Why is London Underground called the Tube? Now let's introduce with the vocabulary. There are some words for you. To reach, достигать. To reach, достигать. Underground, метро. Underground. Under – это под, ground – это земля, как бы под землей, метро. Flight – это полет, вы знаете, в этом случае это рейс. Charter flight – чартерный рейс. Steam – это течение, steam, а steamer будет пароход. Ferry boat – это паром. To overtake – обгонять. Shilling – шиллинг. Shape – форма. Shape. Where is Great Britain? Pay attention to the map. There you can see our federation, Russian Federation, and another abroad countries. Poland, Germany, Australia, Romania, France, Spain, Portugal, Norway, Sweden, Finland, and with red color there you can see the UK, United Kingdom. And what is the transportation system of United Kingdom? Before we had spoken about airplane, and also we will pay attention to another kinds of transport. Now let's, for example, in this picture you can see in what cities you can find the airports. There is a second with plane in Belfast, in Dublin, in Shannon, in Cork. There are a lot of airports. And now let's read about airports. One can reach English either by plane, by train, by car, or by ship. The fastest way is by plane. London has 3 international airports. Международный аэропорт. Heathrow, the largest, connected to the city by underground. Gatwick, south of London, with a frequent train service. And Luton, the smallest, used for charter flights. Charterный рейс. And as for across the channel, if you go to London by train or by car, you have to cross the channel. There is a frequent service of steamers and ferry boats, which connect the continent to the southeast of England. Let's take a ferry. For example, ferry you can see in this picture. To go through the river, across the channel, over the channel, you should take the ferry. Also, pay attention to this picture. Паром. Ferry. Looking closer to London, the capital of England is famous for its red buses called double-decker. You know it about this because you also had known about this information at school, and and also in our country, there you can see double-deckers, but another color. For example, in our republic, also in Kazan, in our capital, you can see double-deckers. Rules for drivers. Also very interesting site. Because first of all, pay attention to the text. People in Britain drive on the left and generally overtake on the right. The speed limit is 30 miles per hour, 15 kilometers an hour in our country. It means, and in towns and cities, and 70 miles per hour. As for our country, it means 110 kilometers an hour on motorways, of course. Of course, as for our country and as for the United Kingdom, there are some differences between these countries. A little bit. London's underground. Underground at the metro. The world's first underground line was opened between Waker Station and the city in 1863. Now there are 10 underground lines and 273 underground stations in use. For example, there you can see a train in the underground. The London Underground is also called the Tube because of the circular shape of its deep tunnels. Pay attention to the tunnel, it's very deep. and it is a name tube. Famous London's Black Cabs. The capital of the Great Britain is full of small taxi cars called black cabs. They have become so iconic that even the Museum of Modern Art immortalized them in wax figures. Nowadays, many tour companies offer a number of London black cab tours around the city center. As for the our country, you can see yellow taxi cars or white taxi cars in our, for example, district. As for the London, they have black small taxi cars. Nowadays, many tour companies offer a number of London black cab tours around the city center. And also, for example, pay attention to the picture. They are taxis in Great Britain. Thank you for your attention. Was your homework for your homework is first of all you should learn by heart the vocabulary. The second, the text for good reading and translating. And after reading the translation the text, you should answer the questions. Our lesson is over. Thank you for your attention. Goodbye.